Seafood bread. Do you want to know how to make this delicious seafood bread? Then keep watching. Welcome to my life as a carnivore. First things first, we're gonna heat up our oven. So we wanna bake, and perfect, 350. Do you wanna know how to skin fish like salmon or any kind of fish? Watch my video, the recipe salmon blini. There I will explain how to skin fish. So I have here 56 grams, 2 ounces of unsalted butter, and I want to melt that. So what I do is here a water bath. Water is heating up underneath. Put that in here, and while the oven is preheating, this can melt. So while the oven is preheating and the butter is melting, I'm gonna prepare my baking dish for the seafood bread. I have here a cake form, and yeah, I could tell you just grease up the cake form, but rather than greasing it up, I like to use parchment paper. So sometimes I just put that in here, I kind of just press it down, but actually a while ago I made, a long time ago, still in Switzerland, I made this pattern here. I can make my form bigger or smaller, see? And now I'm just gonna use this template, that's the word. So I'm just gonna trace that on the parchment paper with a pencil, cut it out, and I'm ready to go. So and here I have my prepared form. I always use parchment paper when I bake something because it's just so much easier than to clean the form, or sometimes I really barely have to clean it. Okay, I have here my skinned salmon, 250 grams, that's about 8.8 ounce, and we're just gonna cut some little pieces. Putting it in my bowl. Then I'm gonna add cooked crab meat. Of course, fresh one would be better, but I have it here in a can. I just take 1 can, that's a 6 ounce, 170 grams. So I'm just gonna add that. Of course, I took the water out, pressed the water out as good as possible. Then I'm gonna add 71 gram, 2.5 ounce sour cream. That's the 2 ounce, 56 grams of melted butter. Just gonna add everything. And I'm also gonna add salt. This will become a seafood bread, well, fish seafood bread, so I want to use sea salt, pure sea salt. And I'm also gonna add 1 tablespoon of gelatin. It's a powdered gelatin. So you could use like a cutter machine like this, but mine is really small and I like with the hand mixer. I like to do that. So now I'm just gonna mix everything together. So this recipe again is great for using up all your egg whites. So I have here 8 egg whites that I actually took out from the freezer yesterday, and now they defrosted and we can beat them. Well, with this. And I forgot a little bit of salt. So, sea salt again, of course. Oh, it just worked out. Great. Don't forget, egg whites, they get 3 times as big when you beat them. And here we have, I'm always scared, but our test, that means they're beaten well. So now we're just gonna fold our egg whites into our mix. In German, we call beaten up egg whites, we call them egg white snow. Also, egg snow. No, I think egg white snow. It kind of does look like snow. Of course, again, with this recipe, you could also just use whole eggs. I would say probably 6 whole eggs, or 3 whole eggs and 4 egg whites, or just less egg whites, like whatever. I'm mainly making this recipe to use up my egg whites because I eat whole eggs again, but I prefer the yolk. And sometimes I prefer only eating the yolk, and I think it's sad to throw away the egg white. Same with the sour cream, you don't have to put it in if you don't wanna. So, and I like to beat up the egg whites because it just gets it more fluffy, like airy, and like, yeah, look at this, pretty. So now I have here 75 grams, 2.6 ounce of shrimps, uncooked. So, and I'm gonna just cut them in pieces. Of course, you could add more. Honestly, I didn't have any more right now, so that has to do. Now we're just gonna add those to our mix. Yeah, I would suggest to double it with the shrimps. Well, it depends. It doesn't... I like shrimps, but this is not for me anyways. Again, I'm only eating beef and eggs. But I know once I'm gonna eat seafood and fish again, I want this. So now all our ingredients are mixed together. We have our prepared form, either greased up or parchment paper in it. Now we're gonna put in our mix. This is what I totally love about this form. I made it a bit smaller to get a nicer bread and a higher up bread. So now at the end, you don't have to do that, but I like to put some butter on top of it. So, and it's ready for the oven. The oven is already preheated. I heard it earlier. Ooh, yeah. So I'm just gonna put that in the middle. So I'm setting my timer to 40 minutes. You could check it after 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure mine needs at least 40 minutes. If it's still like wiggly, just put it back in. We will check it in 40 minutes because it totally depends if you're gonna make a bread that's more long and not so high, or if it's really high. Mine is kind of more high, so tall. So I left my seafood bread in the oven for 60 minutes and I already took it out from the form. Yeah, that's how it looks like. And here I cut some slices, and here you can see our shrimp pieces. Yay! And it feels really nice and moist, so that's not gonna be dry at all. If you like what you see, subscribe. If not, just click me away. I'm gonna have some meat now.
Well, look, this whole situation is fostered by the evil using the unknowing morons to perpetuate more evil. What's that to? You can call it whatever you want. They fit in the moron class. Yeah.
Great.